Hello and welcome to another edition of the Scratch Cafe Scratchcast Loop Review. And we're 4 episodes in already. Where's the time gone? Before I carry on, don't forget, subscribe to the Scratch Cafe, guys, because it's a great thing to do. So, who have we got today? Today is a battle DJ. He's a producer. He's a professional DJ. He teaches. He does everything to do with DJing. He's even on the panels for like product development for gear and stuff. We have Jon1st. Yeah, I've known Jon since he was this up. No, that's not true. Jon has always been this tall, even when he was 5 years old. I didn't know him then. But, yeah, getting into the review. Today's review was Mr. Big Mouth on his own. He was flying solo. So, it turned into a geekathon with no Oliver Gould being there. It was very, very... It got deep. It got deep. And... there was a lot of psychology of DJing going on, which I believe that's Dan's profession. So, and, you know, this got pretty deep. But I'm going to start off at the beginning because I've known Jon. I'm going to skip this bit, actually. I'm going to skip this bit because there was a really, really, really good bit at the beginning where when I was watching it, I was like, no way. And while I was going, no way, Jon1st and also Dan were both going, no way. Shall we see what all the no ways was about?
I grew up in just outside London. I used to go to Banquet Records in Kingston a lot.
Oh, mate, no way. That is, do you know what? This is crazy, right? So I was born in Kingston Hospital.
No way.
I grew up in New Malden.
I lived in Esher.
So, yeah, we're all going, no way, no way. So, just after this went out, I sent Dan a message because I knew where Jon1st was from originally. Anyway, I sent Dan a message and went, no way. Carried on the no way thing, and it turns out that where Dan used to live in New Malden, I used to live in a little place called Motspur Park, which was a lot smaller than New Malden. It was right next to New Malden. But I could literally go out of my back door, cross the road, cross the bridge over the railway, then I'd be onto another road, and I was literally a 1 minute run away from where he used to live. So we was all doing all the no ways. And yeah, I just thought that was madness, absolute madness. It's a very, very small world. But yeah, back onto the review. And so we was talking about going into Beggar's Banquet, which I went, no way. I used to go there to buy my records. So Beggar's Banquet's been there a long, long time. And they both went there. And then Jon goes and reveals his age. So I've known Jon since, I'm sure he was 15 or 16 when he was in the forums finding out, soaking up all the advice that all us lot in the forums used to give him. And I tell you what, you know, because when he come out with I'm 36 now, I was like, fuck me, I ain't got long left. I just feel ancient now, and the time has gone like that. So, yeah, Jon, he used to hang about all the forums, and Here's something that he didn't say on the interview, but with everything being internet and forum based, for when Jon first went out into the wild of learning about the thing that he was going to be a world champion one day about, and he got involved with a little thing that we used to do called Slick Beats, and it was a battle league online. I couldn't even tell you the year, but it was I would guess 2005, maybe. I don't know, probably later. But anyway, there was a battle league, and it was all audio stuff, all audio routines, because YouTube weren't even about, I don't think, then, and very few people had video cameras and the technology to put it into a computer and upload it and everything. It's we've got it so easy now, I tell you, we really have. But yeah, me and Jon, we were matched together, and I was his very, very first DJ battle, I think. Or I was one of the first. So, yeah. And like I say, he was a youngster and he was learning. And so at least I can say I've beat Jon1st. But he got his own back. He did get his own back. I'll get onto that. No. So, Jon, he used to have a residency at a place in Leicester where DMC held a heat, and this is years and years later. And I'll never forget this, because it's one that I decided to do literally the day before. I wasn't going to be doing any more DJ battles, really. I was at one of them points, and I found out that there was a DMC in Leicester, and I literally gave myself one day. During this interview, I find out that Jon1st was in a very similar sort of thing, getting pushed in by his because he was residency at this club where the DMC was held. They were like pushing him to do it. So yeah, we both went in with barely any practice or any real routines made. It was just bits and scraps for me. But yeah, Jon went in and he won it. Credit to him. I think I actually credit to me, because I came third as well in that one, with literally a day notice kind of thing. But yeah, anyway, enough about that. So yeah, Jon was in the forums, and I'll play another clip, because this was quite a poignant thing.
It's really clear that there is such a huge community thing about all of the turntablism world, right? Like, as a young Jon1st, you're kind of involved in all these forums online, and these people, they're kind of adopting you in, even though they're quite a bit older than you, and they're they're kind of helping you out and just enjoying your passion and all of that. And then you've got the kind of Vect thing where you're like, it's almost like brothers in a thing, and you become a team, and there's just so much about the community.
Yeah, I can echo all of that, because, like I say, when Jon1st did go and win the World DMC, I said it with about Hugh Wackman in the last episode, that when he won his UK title, it felt like, one of us has done it. It actually felt like I'd won when Hugh Wackman won. But when Jon1st, he actually gave me a sneaky peek of his routine. He used to keep in touch quite regular back then, and he used to like ask for critiques and stuff. But when he showed me what he was doing, I was absolutely blown away by, we know this young kid, and he's just got oh man, it's pleasurable to see someone grow like that, and with all the dedication and all the input from like there were some big names in these forums, like we just said, like Vect, and there was a lot of people there. So another adage of we couldn't physically all be there to surround him and like push him on, but he was a sponge. He was just he'd ask questions all the time, and I remember him being at some UK DMC, might have been the finals actually, like just hanging around us all and just geeking out and getting as much info and everything, and that's good stuff. That's what you need to be doing. That's the hunger, from back then, is like really being involved and just getting what you can from the situations. So yeah, always brilliant to see someone climb the ranks that you know, and yeah, so big ups Jon1st for that. So one of the best quotes he actually said, we get a little bit into the psychology side of things, that one of the best quotes I got from this interview as well was like being happy with what you do, and that is a big one, because there's a lot of people out there that are never happy with what they do, and they really push and push and push, and Jon has come out and said like he'll do all the pushing and pushing and pushing, but once he's happy and he doesn't care what other people think about what he's done, as long as he's happy with what he's done, then it's mission accomplished. And I think a lot of us need to take that on board, because you're not going to be it's steps, isn't it? It's steps. So yeah, wicked one for Jon for coming out of that. And he also another brilliant one, and I really relate to this, is he said that once he'd actually got up and done his battles, got them out of the way, that regular DJing became so easy, because your life's hanging on the bloody line, innit, on a DJ battle, and there's so much tension, and then when you go and go to your regular residency or whatever, he did come out and say everything seems so much easier, and I totally get that, because it comes across as well if you're enjoying yourself, because I'm like that now. Now my battling days are behind me, and all I do is piss about with playing music. I enjoy myself, I really do, and that's the secret to success. So, what's Jon doing now? He's mainly doing production, and he's always looking to push the boundaries in production as well. Bit like, and this was another thing about pushing boundaries, was with Jon1st's 2013. I'm going to go back to that, to his 2013 routine, that he did a really clever. So there was a feature. I'm not sure what it's got to have been a Rain 62, but there was a feature on there where you could like do an echo, and it'd make a loop, and you could build on that, and Jon showed this in the World Finals, and that's a lot of people might have gone, don't understand this, but when if that's a bloody clever thing to do. So yeah, he's always pushed the boundaries of technical, what he can do. That routine was awesome, by the way. So good job on that. Yeah, so I'm just going to sum up, apart from John making me feel really, really old. I'm just going to sum up that, Jon1st, he's just a really cool guy. A geek in a very good way. A geek in that he will know everything before he plunges into the pool of technicals and all that lot. So yeah, like I've just said, a boundary pusher and a really great producer. I'm not going to give any scores out for these, because this was a totally different interview to any of the others that have been on so far. It was quite a serious one. There was no fucking about. That was the only one thing that I would have liked to have seen was, what does Random think about this? But I don't think it would have fitted. You know what I mean? So good. That was a good call for the guys that were presenting. Well, for Dan that was presenting. So yeah, I've done my sum up. I will. It was a great serious side of things. So totally different from any of the others, but very, very interesting. I learnt loads, and I said no way a lot. So I will see you, whoever it's going to be, on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe to the Scratch Cafe, guys. Goodbye.